All right, guys, we're live.
We're
back with you.
Just like when you were in Vietnam, riding a helicopter. There it is. We got it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys look a little better than average.
Pretty boys. We got the pretty boys over here. Bring that bad boy in a little bit, Chance.
I guess I got a weird head or something.
It is.
Oh,
we
no,
we didn't want to point it out, but it is
way
shaped.
extended. Push it in there, buddy.
Shaped real funny.
See how it's extended out there? Yeah, like put that
I'm
grip
making
on
it harder than it really is.
No, Donnie's the one that had a 5-gallon bucket head. That's why it was like that.
You got more there if you need it?
I thought that there was some kind of button or something you had to push.
You good now?
Am I? You tell me.
We're gonna do it. How's you sound, boss?
It looks great. Sounds great.
Oh, bless your heart, bud. Yeah, let's fix this.
I was about to say something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go ahead and get that on there. Bless his heart. Chance Wood, y'all, he was able to catch 27 pounds in one day, and you follow, but can't get headphones on here. Wright Patman.
There we go. Hey, here we are.
Man said these hands fit a fishing pole a whole lot better than headphones.
We're here.
Bring us in here, Brad.
All right, guys, we're back. Segment 2 with Fat Cat Newton, Chance Woodard, Dustin Perry, a couple Texas boys. How fitting. You know, we're going into our practice day. We got a couple Texas boys in the studio with Fat Cat. And we're going to absolutely dig into some dirty details about Wright Patman.
But before we do, we're going to thank Progressive for being here for us, presenting Roundtable number 3, getting ready for stop number 2 at Wright Patman, Texarkana. Chance.
Absolutely.
Chance. You follow, man. You follow 27 pounds.
Yeah.
Put it on them. We want to talk and get to know everybody, so do me a favor. Tell them who Chance Woodard is, what Chance Woodard has done.
What was your
right.
what was your bag at Eufaula?
Yeah. What was it again?
Your big bag was 23 some change.
23 and
27
some
in my head. I keep saying, okay, 23 and change.
Well, because you know
23 and 27 the same thing in my world.
Well, once you're over 2021,
Yeah.
it's just, hey, 20-something.
We were just waiting for the
20 plus.
basement, the guys to be like, hang on a second. Yeah, 23 and some change. Biggest bag of the tournament. Send it, bro.
Yeah, give us some background.
Man, that was a real unique spot. I knew going in on the first day of the event I knew right after my practice ended, I literally found that spot in the last hour on the last day of practice. And matter of fact, I never even made a cast on it. And I called my dad, and I don't ever do it, and I called him not before tournament started, and I was like, man, I found the mother lode. I just hope they stay there for me. And just, talking to some people that were staying around me and just kind of hearing the doc talk, it sounded like it was going to fish pretty tough. And, I was really thinking 15 a day or so may have a chance to win. And when I pulled up on the first day, my biggest regret of the whole deal was I pulled up on the first day and I had 15 in an hour, and I just sat there and guarded it, pretty much quit fishing. And looking back, I know day 3 was really rough on me, but
Elaborate. Why was day 3 rough on you?
it just, I think a lot of pressure won, and but at the end of the day, I don't think it was just pressure, because I went from having hundreds of bass around me to none, and usually when it's from pressure, you're still going to see them. You're going, there may be fewer, but you're going to see them, and you just can't get them to bite. These were gone. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about gone.
And you searched around for them too, right? Like on the live stream, we saw you kind of probing around and be like, man, they got to be here. They got to be here.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I kept thinking, I was like, well, they've scattered. They're probably repositioned. There was a lot of contour changes out there where I was fishing. And so I just kept searching, thinking, well, I'll find at least a little group of them, because I had a pretty good feeling on that final day. I didn't need 23 pounds again. I knew I was probably 15 or so would win. And so I hung around out there a little while just thinking, well, I can pull up and get one little pod of them and, get a few 3-pounders and it may be enough. And, man, I finally just had to pull the plug on it because, I mean, I circled and circled, and I just looked. Matter of fact, I left it, and I even came back 2 more times throughout the day and just checking it, hoping, you know, that they would set back up for me. And I still, this day, I mean, I won't ever know exactly what happened to them, but when I tell you they left, they were gone.
That's wild how that works, isn't it? It's just no rhyme or reason. Well, tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself, other than bragging about winning 23 pounds that you follow.
Yeah, no, I'm from Paris, Texas, which it's probably a little over an hour from here. And I'm not real familiar with Wright Patman. We have a lot of good lakes around here, so it's just not one that I've put a lot of time into. But anyway, yeah, I've got I got into fishing at a pretty young age. My dad, we had a lake lot on Lake Fork, and it was always about just catching one big fish. That's what I grew up doing, just trying to catch a 10-pounder on Lake Fork. And then when I got into tournament fishing, I've always been super competitive because pretty much my whole family comes from like a coaching background. And but I had a few health conditions I was born with, and I couldn't play baseball, basketball, you know, your normal sports. And so when I got into fishing, and I always was into fishing, then when I got into tournaments, and it kind of filled my competitive, you know, drive. And
because growing up in that environment, it was instilled in you, right?
Absolutely. That's why I say. I mean, my brother. I've got an older brother who was a pretty good athlete growing up, and my dad was a coach, and so I was always just on the sideline, you know, cheering my brother on, dying to get out there, but.
Quality bites. Areas I was getting bit in, but just wasn't real happy with it. Not a lot of consistency, a lot of pressure. Today was better. And
what'd you do different today compared to what you have been doing? I know I don't want you to give your juice up, but just you went to a new area, new tactics,
mindset area. Like
I would put a large sum of money on the fact that if anybody's doing what I'm doing, it'll be on one hand.
Oh,
I mean, it's off the wall.
Could you be any more vague?
I'm not in the bushes.
No, protect you. Okay,
I'm not in the bushes.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Can this tournament be won offshore from what you guys have seen so far? Because we know what happened at the last tournament.
No.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I wish, but no, I don't see it happening. But I don't know. You never say never. But you spend
much time out there graphing, looking for something to throw a crankbait at?
No. I really haven't. I've focused all my time in one area, and I've kind of all or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you're going to hear guys right now that are saying, well, it's tough, and there's going to be some weights caught. I mean,
what are some weights? Talk to me. What kind of weights are we looking at?
You're going to see more than 23.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
why is that chance? I mean, just break it down just a little bit. Is it?
Well, I do. I mean, just the history of this place. You're going to see some probably 25 plus bags, but you're also could see that 14 a day gets paid.
Okay.
Because this place has got big uns. I mean, it has 9, 10 pounders.
Insane.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 5 and 6 pounders. There's a ton of healthy fish in here, but the overall what sets Lake Fork and a couple of the other really really good lakes ahead of Wright Patman is the population, Wright Patman has never been a numbers lake. I mean, that you're going to go catch 30, 40, 50 a day like some of your offshore fisheries and whatnot. And I'm not real sure what the reasoning is behind that, because this place does have them. It's a heck of a tournament lake. It fishes bigger than it is.
Have you fished many tournaments here on Patman?
No, I actually haven't. But, you know, living fairly close here, I
You hear the chatter from other guys?
Yeah, exactly. And I have always wanted to fish a main event here. And when I seen it on the schedule, it was, I've been definitely waiting for it.
Did you think, how in the world did those guys find that lake?
No, I did. When I seen it on the schedule, I was like,
Is it a
and then I
typo?
had to look to make sure it said Texas beside. I was like, is there another Wright Patman? And, because it's just, there's so many lakes around here that, Lake Fork, Rayburn, that, everybody knows about across. You can say Rayburn across anywhere in the country. If someone bass fishes, they know where it's
Absolutely.
at.
Like Amistad, same way for the most part.
Wright Patman, I'm telling you, it's a lake that's got them. It's a heck of a lake, and it's almost like a, just a little hole in the wall. I mean, you don't hear much about it. It's not really that known. And I thought I was very shocked when I seen that the ownership group was able to come up with it.
Yeah, man, they did a great job getting us to Texarkana. And speaking of that, dude, the Chamber of Commerce and everybody with Texarkana has welcomed us with open arms, from the wildlife, from the local businesses. It has been nothing but phenomenal. Like, I can't wait to come back here, because I really, truly think after this event, the way everything's going right now, it's
So Dust, I mean, you didn't know anything about. Did you know of Wright Patman?
I was going to ask him, how did you prepare?
Yeah.
For here, like, what'd you do? Where'd you get your information at? Did you talk to buddies?
There's not any.
Right.
No, it's after about a week of searching all I could, I finally just studied the map and called it good. Tried to keep an open mind.
Yeah, it is.
It was obvious when you came in what you had to do. Like you was talking about, if you have the nerve to go into this and know that you might get 4 to 7 bites a day, you can possibly wait 20 plus all 3 days. There's me. There's not a lot of numbers. But gosh, the quality. I mean, it's insane.
What are you guys doing to key in on the quality? Like, what are you looking for without giving your juice up? Like, how are you finding those? What I'm getting at, we've heard from so many different guys, you can have that long shoreline, but the fish are only in that small spot in that long shoreline.
How specific is your deal, Dustin? Like, is it how? I mean, not giving.
No.
Are you shot calling?
I can go flip, yes.
Okay.
But I don't know that I can win the tournament with it, but at least I feel like I can, yes, absolutely.
Chance, what about you? Like, what you found and what you're going to go do when you launch on Thursday morning. You shot call, like how wide a net you casting? Are you keeping an open mind, or are you like, Brad, this is what I'm doing, I'm going to live or die? How specific is it?
Oh, man, well, I'm doing a couple different things, but yeah, I'm pretty much, I've got one game plan, and I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off.
You got people around you where you've been practicing? Oh.
No, I mean, well, I have seen a few boats just passing by or hearing them and stuff.
But you're not in the merry-go-round,
right?
You're not on the carnival ride.
How about you, Dustin? Are you around other boats?
I don't have very many around me.
I'm around some.
Yeah.
But
are they doing the same thing you are?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, it's they're going by me.
Oh
yeah.
I will say my biggest concern about it all.
Tight lip over here, boy. I respect
kind of hard
it.
to explain, but not explain.
We'll find out Thursday when the cameras hit the water.
Oh yeah,
we'll find out.
I was gonna say my biggest concern is a falling water.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the water dropping is. I mean, they've been pulling on this thing big time, and I kept thinking that, I've been watching. They would shut it down, and it, I didn't think they would drop it all the way to like 227 or 226.
It's not at that now, is it?
No, but it's It's getting down.
So we had 227.9 this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't see where it ended up today.
It's because a big part of my deal is going to be navigating.
Okay.
You know, if it keeps dropping by towards the end of this thing, it's going to kill me on time. And I mean, I definitely think I'll still be able to get to my. It's not like I'm going to get left out on dry ground, but the whole entire lake, you can, when it's at a certain level, you can get around fine.
So the water level,
the
water level won't necessarily affect your fishing. It's going to affect you getting to your fish and from your fish.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, is the water level a bigger factor, or is it 35-degree night tonight and this little cold front will be a bigger factor for your fish?
Much bigger factor.
Okay.
But I'm in a good area. And hop around and make it work. Water level's not going to hurt me.
Okay.
No.
When are you going to catch your biggest bag? Day 1, day 3? Like looking at the forecast and just how you feel about.
I think what's going to dictate my biggest bag will be how early I can get the decent limit and then go search for a kicker.
What do you think you can catch? What do you think Dustin Perry can catch out there? Big bag.
Man, off of what I'm doing right now, if I can get 2 kicker bites, I can get over 20.
Okay. How you feel about it, Chance? What are you doing out there?
Mine's probably going to be day 1.
Okay.
And just because of mainly, like I said, the falling water, and then and 2, I've got a few real specific deal that I'm going to use up a lot, but I hate
if you bring a big bag. If you bring a big bag in day 1, can you follow it up with day 2 from your spot?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not going to say whatever I come in with day 1, I'll come in with again day 2, but hopefully I'll improve. But, it's fishing, man. You never know. I mean, I could get out there and this things could completely – I've seen it change before. I mean, I don't want to count any chickens before they hatch.
Right on. It's kind of like prepare for the
Like this is turning into a shootout, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I could go out and at noon on the first day be struggling to catch my second fish.
I personally feel like we're going to see a new leader each day. The way it sounds from everybody.
Very good possibility. Yeah. Very good possibility.
How's this work on your? So knowing that, right? Knowing it's if you're in the lead, that sucks. If you're not, that's a big deal. So Chance, you've been there, right? Like you've been at the very, very top going into that final day. That's a heavy thing to put on your pillow at night, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's, the big events that I've won, I've only had 1 out of 3 that I was leading after day 1 or 2. And usually, majority of the time, you have wire-to-wire victories, but I don't like leading them. And I told my cameraman that the whole time that you follow, I was like, I want to gain some ground today, but on day 2 I said, I want to gain some ground, but I don't want to take the lead. And it's almost like a superstition thing to me. It's
like NASCAR and Dale Earnhardt. He always wanted to be in second to that last lap.
Hey,
he goes slingshot. Whoa, come
I
on.
am so disappointed that you used that instead of Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby.
That's 2 demerits.
Absolutely.
I mean, how can I not say Dale Earnhardt, though? I mean, he's the greatest of all time. Jeez. But yeah, Ricky Bobby. Could have said Bobby Allison, Dolly Wallenbach, Cuckoo Marlin, but I picked Earnhardt. So what's it going to take to win the tournament?
Oh, gosh.
Come on, Big Daddy. I want to hear it, Dustin.
Again, I don't know with what's coming. I think it takes 60.
Yeah.
I do think it takes 60. I think there's guys out there that yeah, I do. I think every bit of that.
Chance?
Man, I'm gonna say mid-60s probably.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the big back for the tournament is that mid-20. Can we see a 30-pound back? Because
you definitely could. I mean, it's. I don't think you're going to consistently see 30.
Can we see multiple 30-pound bags?
I think you might see 2.
Man, this place, you never know. I mean, we are hitting it at a good time of year. Like I say, you're got guys feeling like, well, I'm not getting a whole lot of bites, but once you get out there and get to fishing hard all day long and you produce them 5 bites, And then a lot of times you've got the quality to go with it. And next thing you know, you got several up there around that 20-pound mark. Even guys that ain't really on nothing, this time of year on this lake, any given Joe that really can, get a bait up in the right areas is liable to catch 20 to 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's funny because we're talking about it, like, you go 28, 18, 12. That's big bag, pressure bag, tough Saturday bag. Like, that's 60, bro. You know what I mean? But,
right on.
but I think one of those days, everything we've heard, like, do you believe to win this tournament, you have to have so the winner will have at least a X pound bag on one day of the tournament? What's the winner's big bag got to be?
Man, I don't know about their big bag, but I don't think they can have anything definitely under 15.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, wow.
What can we look at for big fish? Like, real talk, can we see a double digit out of here?
I haven't seen a whole lot of double digits,
Okay.
but I definitely, it's very, very possible, but you're going to see one over 8 pounds and probably over 9.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's going to be a whole lot that big, but you're going to see a lot of 5 and 6 pounders. Yeah. I'm not saying everybody's going to have them.
It's been ridiculous.
But I've heard, even since Dustin sat down, I've heard him say a couple times about the quality. You're talking about the quality of Wright Patman's crazy.
A lot of the time in practice, I like to at least pull a fish in from each area to see what kind of quality, even 2 at times, just to make sure it's not a fluke type deal. It was very apparent from the beginning, not ever being here after about 2 hours on the water, that you could bend hooks and peg them. I mean, if you were getting bites, the quality's there.
Yeah.
Period. It's just there.
Yeah. And I was hoping it wasn't going to fish like this, to be honest, coming in. I was wanting it to be tough. I was hoping that it would.
Well, if you talk to some of the guys, it's very tough.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to mislead, like, oh, man, I know it's fishing.
Because I'm talking to guys like you that they have found them. They feel good. Then I talk to other guys like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got a bite. Like, they're ready to load up and head back to the house.
My first 2 days, the first day was decent. Second day, man, that was tough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Why was it because of the weather? Why do you think it was so tough?
Did you run from your areas, though? Like, you didn't go back to areas that you got
No,
bit
I didn't go back to them.
Oh, so you're looking. So you were in new territory second.
Yeah, but
okay.
that's what's so weird here is there was nothing different about the areas I was fishing the second day compared to the first day, and it just wasn't there. And like he was saying, then all of a sudden you run into a 30-foot stretch where you just got the bites that could have been 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So
It's
if
nuts.
you guys could talk to Luke and Dudley right now, right? You've been on the stream. You're going to be on the stream. I'm gonna go on the record now. What would you tell them about this lake that is going to play into the production and their commentary? Like, I feel like this is different, right? Like, I'm a bass head. I'm a bass fan. What's different about Wright Patman when it comes to it just being it's not just a tournament?
I would like to answer that, but I'm going to let them answer it.
I want to hear what you think.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably the same thing they did. They will.
So so you're just saying, like, what?
So
what makes this place different?
You're coaching Duncan and Dudley on, hey, this is Wright Patman. Here it comes. What's different about it, or is it just another bass tournament?
No, it's man, I'm gonna tell you, and there's other lakes out there that are the same way, but this place has some of the gnarliest bushes you've ever seen. Okay. And
What do y'all call them? Because Donnie O'Neill said something about ironwood or something.
Well, I've always called it buckbrush.
Okay, all right. Go
I'm
ahead.
telling you, as big and strong as Fat Cat is, you hang a chatterbait, a swim jig on a limb smaller than my pinky, and he can't break it. I mean, you can have 65-pound braid. The next thing you know, you're swearing at it, throwing your rod at it. You're doing everything.
I saw a couple of them do it on Sunday.
And so, as from the commentating side of it, I think one deal is going to be the guys on live that are around the bushes. You're going to have some moments.
Yeah.
Be prepared for some moments because this place, I mean, like I said, you fish bushes all over the country, but Wright Patman's bushes are thicker. There's more of them. They're harder to get under, and they're just not forgiving at all.
A sidebar question. Does that put a premium on talent? Like being an expert with the rod and whatever bait you're flipping around, like.
Yeah, it definitely comes into play, and honestly, that's probably one of my, like, I grew up doing it, and I can skip and I can do things, but I'm not, I don't claim to be some pro skipper, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I've got a pretty good peg on the fish, but I've just got to be able to mentally not let the bushes get in me, know that I'm going to mess up trying to get my baits in there. And, I mean, I'm not scared to say I'm definitely going to be around some bushes. That's not the only thing I'm doing. But, I don't think there's very many people in this event that are not going to fish bushes at least 25% of the tournament. I mean, there may be a few, but you come to Wright Patman, you're going to be around some bushes. I mean, it's.
So, Dustin, you're coaching Dudley and Duncan. What's the juice on this tournament, right?
Oh,
like
that's going to be the most entertaining part for sure. I've prayed more in the last 3 days because I'm about to lose my mind. Just literally drop to my knees and try to get my cool back to me, because same thing. Somebody bring that up makes me feel a little better. The small little vine branch that you cannot bust.
So it's one thing to be out there practicing, right, B?
Yeah.
But now I got Bobby, cameraman in the back. The world
That's
is
what I was
watching.
about to, yes.
And so, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to this is the first group we've talked to talk about the mental game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, psychologically.
I know. Like, I know how I can skip. I can flip decent. I did not grow up doing that. I absolutely didn't. I mean, like I've talked about, my home lake's Lake Amstead.
Yeah.
If you're flipping at Lake Amstead, you're in a bind, you know? I mean, that doesn't happen often. I usually have a big swim bait or a football head jig. You know, I mean, it's just completely different. If what I found doesn't hold up and I've got to get in the bushes right off the bat, you are going to be very entertained for the day. And I'll either be back on the next day or I absolutely won't.
Right.
And there's not going to be any in between.
I'm just curious, man. Give it to me, baby.
Oh, no. Two of the most amazing things we're going to see, I think, at this tournament, different from all the other tournaments we go to, any other bodies of water. This tournament, we're going to be dealing with pressure more than any other body of water. I think from our own anglers, not just Bobby running out in the ski boat, but pressure is going to play a major part. But we're going to see some of the best craftsmanship, the best casting at this tournament ever. I truly think, because the guys that I'm talking to, and I've seen it, are skipping them jigs way up under those bushes, and we're going to see a lot of that. So guaranteed, Dudley and Luke are going to lose their minds on live when they watch these guys casting. It's going to be a show.
Yeah.
When they sling that jig 40 feet up in there, whatever it is, a Big Billy Kelly climbs on, bro, it is going to be electric. I'm telling you, it is going to be crazy, unlike any other place we're going to the rest of the year, I think.
And well, and then on top of that, once everything that you just talked about, and then the fight, getting it back out.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, dude. It is going to be crazy. So you guys at home better tune in to TNPFL.com and our National Professional Fishing League YouTube channel for those 21 hours of live coverage by Luke Duncan, David Dudley, and myself. Had to throw that in there. You know?
Absolutely.
No, absolutely.
You know
I do. I mean, I think this will be one of the most interesting events throughout the year. And as far as from a fan standpoint, I bet you can learn more on casting, flipping, skipping, and get more ideas, because guys are going to have to pull out some tricks to get the baits to where the bass are, especially with the water draw. I mean, there's going to be a lot of tricks pulled out of the hat and a lot of things to be seen.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because I've been at the ramp every morning watching guys launch, checking out the boat decks. I'm like, oh, all right. There's going to be a lot of the onion's going to be peeled back, because, hey, man, we're coming here for a very specific purpose. Somebody's taking home $50,000. The blast check is $9,000, and guys want to get paid.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
guys want to get
absolutely.
paid, and they don't care if they're showing, Uncle Bobby's secret.
Right, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like
They're trying to get in there and get that done.
Absolutely, and it's little nuggets, right? Like little subtle differences, or is someone going to come in from right field and smash the entire field in the face and be like, on their pillow tonight, resting like a baby because they got that little juicy juice that nobody else has figured out? Is it possible on Wright Patman?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely a possibility.
Or if it's not going to be one of the bushes, where else could it be one?
Oh, man. You got to think about the spawns going on. And I'm going to go ahead and call it, and I hope it's for myself, but you got to think about a shad spawn.
Yeah.
We did hear a little bit of that last night. River Leap was talking about it.
You know, the thing that I'm concerned about is this cold front we're getting right now. If it knocks it back, or what really is going to happen there. So that's why I say, I mean, I won't lie about it. I mean, I feel pretty dang good about my practice, but you've got the weather, the lake dropping, and you are biting. I would be pretty confident that I could give this thing a run, but there's just so many factors.
A lot of variables here, right?
It's going to take so much. It's just, what I'm saying is, even being local, which y'all know there's a couple guys a lot more local here than me, but it's still hard. You're going to have an advantage, but you're not going to have that offshore advantage as in, like I said, any guy tomorrow, if they haven't had a bite all practice, can bring in 25 pounds. We're
going to hear that. Like, I feel confident we're going to hear,
yes,
man, worst practice ever, had 3 bites.
Yes.
And I just
a lot of times when you win pre-fish, you lose the tournament, right? But I do think I agree with you 1,000,000% on that. So
that'll be good for y'all's coverage, because there's going to be some guys that all of a sudden in 8 casts they've got 20 pounds.
Oh, no,
it's going to happen.
Well, production-wise, we had a production meeting today, and the guys are like, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" I was like, "We're going to cut. We're going to do the best we can." But the fans got to understand that Bobby Green Jeans is over here. He's like, "Man, keep that camera as far away." I ain't had a bite all week. And then he starts entering the way live tracker. I'm like, hey, Bobby Green Jeans has got 28 pounds, and by 9 o'clock, you know what I mean? It's going to happen. Guys are running GoPros. We're going to pull footage. We're going to get that out there to the world. But it's everything we wanted for an event is coming to fruition.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
The big ones are chewing. I've seen more I said this in the last segment. More 5s and 6s. Guys like, hey man, this place has got them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're seeing the pictures. And it's just, I think it's the little weather change, little water variation. Your misery is our production glory. Right?
I know.
So
it's
listen, man. The guys fishing on top of each other.
That's going to be crazy,
8, 9-pounders hung up in the bushes. As a bass fan, you've got to want to see what's going on Wright Patman.
Yeah. If I have to get up and start trying to skip bushes, and I've got Dudley commentating, I'm sure I'll get plenty of comments by the end of the day from buddies telling me.
Oh yeah,
telling me how I got blown
tell Dudley
up through
you can't skip. You can skip the sissy pole back there, but it ain't coming out.
It's not. It will not. No, it's not happening.
You can leave the spin
I don't think I'm gonna tell a $4.2 million winner on.
Oh yeah, I would love to hear his rebuttal to that.
Sorry, dude. Yeah,
I bet he could get it back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I would love to hear it
and get him out on 10-pound line.
Well, is that a wrap, boss? We done?
Let's give these guys a few minutes to talk about the family sponsor support network.
Let's talk about it. Chance Woodard, man. Thanks some people and tell them where to follow yourself.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all for having me first and foremost. Thank the NPFL, and this is going to be, I'm telling you, man, this is going to be a slugfest of all slugfests. And y'all check me out. I've got my Facebook's just my name, Chance Woodard, and C Woodard Fishing is my Instagram. I'm actually about to be we're in the works of getting a YouTube series started, and I'm going to be doing a lot of electronic instructional on how I set my electronics up.
That's
what
awesome.
I do to find the offshore fish. Growing up my whole life on Lake Fork, man, I try my best to stay on top of it, and I'm going to show it to the world for free. So I'll be, like I said, it's still in the works. Go to my Instagram, C Woodard Fishing. Chance Woodard, and you'll be able to follow from there once we get everything kicked off. Thank y'all.
All right, Dustin Perry, man, thank your sponsors. Tell them where to follow you.
Dustin Perry Fishing, sponsors Epic Baits, True Chemical Solutions. You guys for putting this on. We can't wait to get going.
All right, folks, that's a wrap, man. Wright Patman, Texarkana, kicks off Thursday, tomorrow's media day. But where we're at right now is Names Championship Barbecue. It is delicious. I want to say a shout out to everybody from Texarkana. You've been nothing but wonderful, from the Wilderness Department, from the Chamber of Commerce. Hey, Roundtable number 3 is a wrap, and it was brought to you by Progressive. National Professional Fishing League YouTube channel is going to stream all 3 days, 21 hours, and TNPFL.com. Don't forget, I'm your host, Fat Cat Newton. Brad DeMann is going to take us out.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. That's episode 3 of the Roundtable for Lake Wright Patman, presented by Progressive. This segment was brought to you by Fully Loaded. Look, guys, I've been a dipper for over 20 years. Tobacco-free, tobacco nicotine-free. Changed my life. So check it out. Fully Loaded, tobacco-free chewing tobacco. You can't beat it. We're proud to have those guys on board with us. We're glad to have you guys here tonight. B, pretty good job. Pretty good job.
I'll flip this table over.
We got tomorrow is an off day. We'll see you guys on Thursday at 8 a.m. on the live stream, TNPFL.com, and the National Pro Fishing League YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.